I just want to claim total healing and restoration over her body in the name of Jesus right now, today, tonight, as we speak. And that's against the ADHD, that's against the epilepsy, that's against anything that is coming against her little body, okay, right now. And so, now I know I look stressed out, okay? Do me a favor, like, share, comment, hit the bell to be notified so that when I drop a new video, you will get an alert. All right. So, you already see the thumbnail. You already see the topic of what we will be talking about today. Okay. I'm stressed out. Look at me. Look at them gray hairs, child. Look at this. Look. No, I'm just playing. I just came from the gym. Shout out to the gym. I got my workout in today. Period. Poo. Okay. We got goals for our birthday. And I posted something today about self-care, and working out, taking care of your body is definitely a form of self-care. I challenged all my subscribers to find something on that chart and execute it. You know, get you in some self-care, you know, whether it's taking a walk, getting a facial, going to get a massage, going to eat you some ice cream. Shout out to my boy Freezy. He said he like Burger King ice cream. Okay, that's what's up. But anyways, this is not because I'm stressed out. I just came from the gym and it's about 11:30 at night. I don't know. These endorphins is just going, and I'm not even sleepy. Like, I need to be asleep because tomorrow's Friday. We still got to go to work. One more day, y'all, to the weekend. But I just want to talk about how challenging it is as a single mother to parent a child that has been diagnosed with combined ADHD. And if you don't know what that is, attention deficit hyperactivity. So sometimes you can either have one or the other. And then in some cases, you can have both. And in Taylor's case, she has both. Okay. Now, I mean, they even tried to throw the spectrum on her, the autism, you know, and I think there are certain things like noise, light, like certain things like touch sensitivities, like she freaks out about. Okay, textures, all of that. So I don't even, child. Taylor is definitely different when it comes to having kids, because I didn't go through none of this with Rashad. Okay, but it's a learning experience. I'm trying to learn how to manage as a parent, as well as, you know, be effective as a mother to her and her needs, right? So, you know, I've tried behavioral therapy. Like, I ain't even gonna hold you. I think I'm about to go sign us back up for some more, because I feel like I need a refresher. I feel like she need a refresher. I feel like, yeah. But really, she's having such a challenging time in school. And as a mom, you know, I feel so conflicted, because on one hand, it's like, I want my baby to thrive. I want her to be the best that she can be, because she's hella smart. I mean, she's so bright. Like, I mean, at her old school, they said she could even be in the gifted and talented class, right? But what's preventing her from doing these things is the ADHD, because she cannot stay focused. She cannot sit still. And she tends to have like behavior problems where like she spaz the F out. Now, she don't do this at home, right? She do try me sometimes, but you know, I have to let it try me. But at school, like, it's a whole different vibe. And so this year I took her out of her old school, because I mean, she was really giving them the blues, child. She was giving them the blues to the point where they was giving me the blues. And they were calling me every single day. And I had to leave work every day. I didn't have to, but I felt like I needed to be a support to them and a support to my child, right? So I would leave every single day, go to the school, try to get her regulated, and then, hold on. Yeah, so like I was saying, Rashad interrupted me. But, yeah, and so I would get her regulated and then go right back to work or whatever. And I'm telling you, I was stressed out. I was having bad headaches every day. Like, I think I even start losing my hair. That's how stressed out I was or whatever. And, you know, I'm thankful that I have certain people in my life that are support, that I can call and say, hey, can you go up to Taylor School for me? Because being a single mom is definitely challenging, you know, not to take anything away from her father, but at the same time, like, it's not consistent. And so, because it's not consistent, at the end of the day, it's left on me. So, anyhow, yeah, so I changed her to this new school. And I'm like, okay, let's try to get her into a new environment. You know, maybe it'll be better. And so her first day of school was crazy. Okay. So after that, you know, she started getting adjusted to it or whatever. And so every other day, like, she probably she might have a bad day, but for the most part, she was doing good. Today, child, I get a phone call from the school principal. Now, they call them school leaders, and I was so thrown off by that, but when I really recognized who they were calling me, I hear my child in the background screaming, like, to the top of her lungs. And the principal is telling me that they had to evacuate the class out because my child was throwing things. She was throwing chairs, and she threw the principal's laptop, and she just was running around, and they were trying to get her to clean up her mess that she had made up. And she was like, I don't want to clean. I could hear her saying, I don't want to clean it up. She told them she was a queen and she don't have to clean it up, right? So they say, Taylor, your mom is on the phone. She's like, now she going crazy because she know I don't play that, right? So she get on the phone and I had to calm her down. I was like, baby, look, calm down. Calm down. I had to be like, you ain't in trouble, because she thinks she in trouble. She ain't gonna, she at 100, right? And I don't want them thinking I be beating on her or nothing, because she don't really, whoopings don't work for her. So she rarely get chastised in that way. I take things from her. So like right now, this is day 2 of not having an iPad. And I had already said I was gonna start restricting her usage of her device. But because she got in trouble, like, I just took it away from her, you know. And so I say all that to say that before this happened, probably like the first week of school, you know, well, last semester, I talked to her neurologist about potentially putting her on medication. Because as I said before, I was hella stressed, and I felt like I was at my ends, how do you say it? I was just over it, you know. I felt like it was not fair to the class, to the teacher, you know, and I felt like I was doing a disservice to my child by not doing something about it or being proactive. I mean, I was being proactive in other ways, like I said, going to behavior therapy, you know, trying to implement the skills that I was learning. But, you know, she still, like, she would do good for some time and then she'll fall right off, right? So anyways, you know, it's such a stigma around medication, you know, especially the medication that is given for ADHD. You know, in our Black community, they shun the thought of even putting a child on medication for that. The first thing they say is, oh, they gonna be like a zombie. oh, don't put your kids on that, it's gonna mess them up, and all this, that, and the third. And then you have these kids growing up and going through life and having these behavioral problems and having so many challenges in school because the parents didn't they weren't what's the word I'm looking for? They were not addressing the issues, right? And so then kids start growing up, they start coping, and they start trying to deal with that, what they're going through with smoking marijuana, drinking alcohol. And they say that the likelihood of a person that's diagnosed with ADHD is more susceptible to becoming an addict on, substances is very high because they're looking to cope with what they're going through, right? Now, I can not imagine what's going on in my baby's head, but there have been many nights that I'll have her lay down and go to sleep, and she'll just twiddle her thumbs. She can't stop moving. She's biting her toenails. Like, I could threaten her. I could say, I'm gonna whoop you. You better go to sleep. And she cannot stop, right? And so I try to calm her down. I try to rub her hands, Now what I've noticed that works is I'll put calm music on, and the sounds of the waterfall and the calm music will soothe her into going to bed. So that's been working pretty good for us at nighttime, right? So again, I'm finding things to work. I tried these vitamins that were supposed to be calm vitamins. I don't think they was really working, child. She was eating them like candy. She was like, oh, it's time to take my calm vitamins. Whew. Okay. So I went online because I'm in this parent support group for ADHD, right? And I went in there and I typed and I told them, hey, I just had this experience with a phone call of my child, and I'm so frustrated. I'm sad. I'm scared. Every emotion imaginable right now as a mom, because again, I want the best for my child, and I want to give her the best treatment possible so that she can thrive in this world, right? So I mentioned that me and her neurologist had talked about putting her on a small dosage of this medication called guanfacine, right? Which is a medication that's typically used to treat high blood pressure, right? So in the group, people talk about the medications that they put their kids on, whether it worked, whether it don't work, what it did, what it didn't do, what they substituted it with, it's like trial and error from what I'm reading, right? And I noticed that a lot of parents said that when they put their kids on the guanfacine, that they had to monitor their children's blood pressure because it would make their blood pressure go low. And you don't want it to go too low because clearly you know what happens. And I'm just like, who has time to do that with a 6-year-old kid? So the idea of that just was like, I don't want to do this, right? So it's like, okay, maybe we could figure something else out, right? So when I typed in and I told the group about my experience and how I was feeling and how indecisive I was about treating her with the medication, I had a plethora of people coming in the comments, and a lot of them were pretty positive. They were sharing their stories about their children and how that particular medication did not work for their kids and how another medication worked. I looked up that medication say, it runs the risk of heart failure, psychosis, and it was called Concerta. But the real name of it was like Metha something. And I'm just like, it's like it treat one thing and then it mess up another thing. It's like, yo, this is wild. It's like, what do you do? And so I really need to go into my prayer closet and I really need to ask God to direct me in the way that I should go when it comes to this. Because again, I don't want my baby. I mean, did y'all hear about that little kid that, well, I don't even know if there was a little kid. I don't know how old the kid was, but the kid threw a hanger or hit the teacher or something with a hanger and pulled her eye out, child. And now they got that little kid in jail. They trying to press charges against the kid. I don't want that to be Taylor. You get what I'm saying? Because she up in the class throwing pencils and stuff, and she ain't meaning to put nobody's eye out, but damn, accidents happen. You get what I'm saying? And so it's like, do I ignore it and allow it to keep getting progressively worse? Like, I don't know what to do right now. Like, I really don't know what to do. And, you know, this video probably sound like I'm venting, but it's not that I'm venting. It's more so, you know, maybe other parents that might be experiencing some similar situations, because believe it or not, a lot of those parents in that ADHD group was saying, oh, this happens on an everyday basis with my kid. Like, they're evacuating the class every day. And I'm like, what? I mean, the exact same things that my baby be experiencing, a lot of people are experiencing these things with their kids, right? And so it was so many testimonies about how they put their kids on these different medications and how their kids have just done a complete 360, you know? And so it's like, what do I do? Do I try it and see how it helps? Like, and just pray that it doesn't affect her in a negative way, you know? Like, I don't know what to do. You know, I really don't know what to do. I'm so happy tomorrow is Friday, because when you get calls like that, I mean, it weighs heavy on you, because at the end of the day, as parents, I'm pretty sure we all can agree that we just want the best for our kids, right? And so that's wholeheartedly what I want for her. I want for her to go to school, and she's so smart. She sat down and did her homework like nobody's business today, you know? But she don't like to do work. She thinks it takes too long. She thinks it's boring. You think she ain't paying attention, but really she's paying attention. She knows how to read, count, add, subtract. Like, 6 years old. I mean, she doing the thing. Okay? She was reading my text messages like 2 years ago. 2 years ago. I was spelling stuff and she was like, oh, I know what you said. And so she's so bright. I don't want this neurological disorder to prevent her from being everything that she could be. You know, I don't want her to get a negative rap, you know, or a negative rep in the schools, because I'm telling you, at the old school, everybody knew Taylor, child, and I'm pretty sure at this new school, child, they if they don't know her, they gonna know her, because she's so sweet. But when that click in, woo, child. So I don't know if any of you guys have ever experienced anything like this, or if you have any advice about, you know, certain techniques or certain natural remedies that possibly can help. Like, drop down in the comments, you know, let me know what you think or whatever, or what your experiences have been or whatnot. And if you don't have none and you believe in the power of prayer, shoot a prayer up for my baby, okay? Like, I know he said by his stripes we are healed. And listen, I just want to claim total healing and restoration over her body in the name of Jesus right now, today, tonight, as we speak. And that's against the ADHD, that's against the epilepsy, that's against anything that is coming against her little body, okay, right now. And so, you know, stand in touch and agreement with that. I believe in the power of prayer. I believe that prayer changes things. And so, if nothing else, you know what I'm saying, we are going to trust God, you know, and even if that means trusting him to direct me in the way that I should go with this, you know. Even, you know, we gonna see. We gonna see, child. But y'all pray my strength in the Lord as I move forward to be her advocate, as I move forward to be her best mom that she claims I am, because Lord knows I try to be the best mom that I can be, okay? These gray hairs, is, you know, these is the stripes, okay? Period. But nah, hey, listen, like, share, comment, hit the bell to be notified. These are real conversations. These are real life situations, okay? No, everything ain't perfect around these parts. I never claimed that they were, okay? You know what I'm saying? I got problems just like everybody else do, okay? I have hardships just like everybody else do. You know what I'm saying? We all human. You know, we all subject to this thing called life. All right. So you pray for me. I pray for you, and watch God change things. Don't forget to hit the like, share, comment, all of that good stuff. Until the next time, y'all stay true. Y'all stay blessed. Peace.